Hey guys, Dean here. So some of you may be still getting over that intense anxiety of episode 3, season 8 of Game of Thrones. I know I surely am. I actually had to pause my TV because I literally was having heart palpitations watching this battle. I just didn't know what was going to happen. I know some of you loved the episode and some of you weren't too happy with the episode. But anyway, while we said goodbye to a couple of characters, the one I want to talk about, the person I want to talk about is Melisandre. Now I think we all knew she'd return at some points to help, and the fact that she just appeared from out of nowhere, from the opposing direction, as in the direction that the White Walkers were coming from, that had me thinking, did they not see her? Or maybe they just didn't harm her. Anyway, I want to talk about her death. That's what's important here. Why exactly she kind of chose to die right after the battle. Now, she shows up and she lights the swords for the Dothraki on fire, which was a really feel-good moment for me. Like, it was a moment, it gave us a little bit of hope that not everybody is going to be slaughtered. Anyway, then she also lights up the trenches for Winterfell when Dany can't see Davos' signal due to the windstorm. So we all know what happens. The Night King is killed by Arya, and half you are really pissed off that it was Arya, and the other half aren't. So anyway, let's move on. So, why did Melisandre choose to die? Is the Lord of Light good? Is the religion light or is it dark? There's been so many good examples and bad examples. We've seen her use a shadow demon to kill Renly Baratheon that, I didn't like that part, and then she brings Jon Snow back to life. I love her for that, so it's kind of up and down. But anyway, we remember that the last time Sir Davos spoke to Melisandre, he said he would execute her himself the next time she was in his presence.
If you ever come back this way, I will execute you myself.
Now he witnesses her use the power of the Lord of Light, the power of the Red God, to light the swords of the Dothraki on fire. And as I said, it's kind of an uneasy, but kind of a, well, I hate you, but that was pretty helpful from Sir Davos' point of view, as the White Walkers are vulnerable to fire, which is why he shouts to open the gates and let her in. Understandable. Now, he actually doesn't know what to say when he sees her. He's kind of like in shock, kind of surprised. But she says it all herself when she informs him that there's no need to execute her. She'll be dead by dawn, immediately making me think, and maybe a lot of you think, well, yeah, of course you're going to be dead by dawn, Melisandre. There's 100,000 dead people are running through Winterfell. However, that's not what she meant, because you see, the thing with Melisandre is that she was always certain of what was necessary to thrive. She really full-heartedly believed in the Lord of Light. She believed in her God and she believed in her religion, because it wasn't so much a thing of fate, it was purpose. That's what I think the Lord of Light is. Yes, he's a god, or it is a god, but a god of purpose, a god of reason. Everything and everyone are built for a purpose, for a reason of existence. And we've seen Melisandre be strongly connected to her Lord and perform incredible feats of magic. Then we've witnessed her get it wrong. Get it oh so wrong. So it appears that the Lord of Light can indeed see the purpose of each individual. He's proved it time and time again. He kept bringing Beric Dondarrion back to life for a reason, 6 times actually I can count, and even Beric couldn't understand why. But anyway, we do discover that that was to sacrifice himself in order to save Arya Stark, because as we know, she kills the Night King. He brings Jon Snow back to life because Jon unites the North and allies with Daenerys to help save Westeros from the army of the dead, but obviously there are bigger plans for Jon, or Aegon should I say. So what does this mean? Well, it means there's a map. What do I mean when I say a map? A map of a predestined fate for Westeros. Essos, the unknown world. It appears that everything is meant to happen for a reason. Nobody accidentally dies. Everything is written according to the Lord of Light. Anyway, that's how it's appearing to me. So Melisandre is quite old. I'm not sure how old, but I know she's quite old, and it's her ruby necklace that keeps her alive and is also the source of her power. We've actually seen her true form previously as a wretched, deformed old woman when she took the necklace off. We also find out that distancing herself from the necklace makes her weak and eventually killed her. So anyway, we know she believed Stannis Baratheon to be the reincarnation of Azor Ahai, the prince that was promised the one true king. Now, how she actually believed that to be Stannis is still beyond me to this day. There is more personality in a cheeseburger than there is in that man. But by the looks of things, it was all part of the Lord of Light's plan to bring her closer to Jon Snow, to be there to resurrect him at the right place and the right time. Don't forget, Jon was still human, his body would start to decompose very soon, so Melisandre needed to be there to resurrect him. Anyway, we'll keep going. This woman had seen Jon fighting the dead at Winterfell in a vision, so he can't be dead, and that's why we see her having like a crisis of faith. And when she tries and successfully resurrects Jon, her faith is restored. So as I've said, everything and everyone has a purpose for existence. However, despite her faith in her lord, I think deep down, the one thing that stood out for her was the sacrifice of Shireen Baratheon. She knew it was wrong, and the Lord of Light didn't give enough back to Stannis in exchange for sacrificing something so pure as Shireen. He simply just lifted the storm. Lifted a storm. That's all they got for sacrificing his daughter. Anyway, the death of Beric Dondarrion really showed Melisandre that nobody should outlive their own purpose of existence. It strengthened and confirmed her faith in her religion. And with this strength, she reminds Arya that she had not completed the prophecy made about her just yet. There was still another life to take. The life of the Night King. Now this gives Arya further belief and confidence in herself. So the true reason Melisandre chose to die was because her life was never hers to own. She belonged to the Red God, the Lord of Light. She merely had a purpose. Every single thing she had done, good and bad, mostly bad, was all part of a predestined map of fate, a predestined plan. Melisandre could always see through the flames, but she could never see past her last journey to Winterfell, and it was at that moment she knew her reason or existence would be served. She willingly removes her necklace, she walks out into the snow and dies, proving that none of her motives were ever selfish or for personal gain. So guys, let me know what you think. Let me know in the comment section below. I know there is still a lot more to talk about episode 3, but what do you think about Melisandre? Do you think that's the reason she chose to die? Was it all a predestined map of fate? Let me know in the comment section. Have a good day, guys, and watch out for my next video, which will be on the life of Tywin Lannister. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your support. Everyone, notifications of uploads are more important than ever. So please, if you haven't already, turn those notifications on to make sure you're notified the moment my video goes live. Making videos is what I love to do. It's my dream and my passion. However, it does cost time and money to produce this content. So if you have $1 to spare to support me on Patreon in exchange for some exclusive unseen content, then you can click the Patreon link below or at the end of this video. Please only support me if you can afford it. And make sure to follow me on Instagram at InstaDeanJ and on Twitter at PotterFolklore. Check out my other videos appearing on screen, and please make sure, most importantly, to hit that subscribe button. Thanks again everyone, and please have a great day.